Hello and welcome to the release of March of the Machines, and we're giving a shot now to a best of 3 version of the deck that might be the best home for the new super powerful Chandra's Hope's Beacon. This is a 6 mana worth of card value you get here. You're not down paying, you're not up paying. This thing is insane. Whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell, copy it. You may choose new targets for the copy. This ability triggers only once each turn. So it's a built-in copy on their turn, on your turn, once. Okay, that's already your static. Coming with 5 loyalty, +2, adding 2 mana of any combination of colors. Fixes your colors. Alright, and also allows us to play Chandra, play a 2 mana spell right away on turn 6 with those 2 mana, and then have it be copied. +1 is exile the top 5 of your library. You may cast one of those instants or sorceries until the end of your next turn. So this means those 5 cards, imagine 3 of them are instants or sorceries, or let's say 3 of them are instants, 2 of them are whatever, lands. Those will be in exile zone, and you can choose one of them for your current turn and then for the opposing turn as well. So if you hit a counter spell and a removal and a card draw spell, you can choose. You know, you can pass the turn, wait what they do, then use the counter spell perhaps, or if they play a creature that you want to kill, use the removal, or if they don't have anything, you just use the card draw spell and copy it, of course, as well, right? So it gives you, it doesn't, usually effects like these want you to do it right away, right? Like with a Planeswalker, Chandra Planeswalkers in the past said like, reveal the top card of your library, play it this turn. And this one actually allows you to wait out a whole turn cycle until you have to make a decision. Of course, it doesn't work with sorceries. I mean, those you would have to. Well, honestly, no. Actually, you can wait until the end of your next turn. So this means, hey, if there's a sorcery you don't want to play right now, you can wait until your next turn. So you can actually play Chandra if you have nothing in hand, nothing's on the board, just plus her, and you have no mana over, and you reveal a sorcery, you can just play this sorcery in the next turn. So and 5 cards is a lot, right? And then the -X deals X damage to each of up 2 targets. So it comes down, worst case, they have 2 permanents that you need, or 2 creatures, whatever it may be, Planeswalkers too, can target Planeswalkers. You just shoot them both down with that minus. So it's a stabilizer in itself, it's a card advantage engine in itself. In conjunction with lots of instant sorceries, it becomes totally ridiculous. With that copy ability, so the card just does it all. And what we've always been looking for in the Izzet colors is for a really good finisher. So I've been building Izzet Control. It's been a while that I've tried that deck because it does struggle with big creatures, right? But you could revisit that archetype with Chandra's Hope's Beacon. God, that has been a long praising of the card. But yeah, now we're trying it in the apparatus shell, the Mindsplice Apparatus, which makes all your spells a lot cheaper over time. And then, of course, we can copy those cheaper spells and go completely crazy with the Chandra in play. So Silver Scrutiny becomes ridiculous, of course, with Chandra in play. Yeah, it just really goes nuts. And, of course, big score as well. The rest of the deck is the early card draw package of Experimental Augury to find you your stuff. And then we have a couple counter spells here in Syncopate and Negate. A couple of removal spells. We're trying out the new Volcanic Spite, which is there to, deals with something, and then also draw you a bad card, put a bad card away, draw your card. So it is a little bit of filtering in case you're missing land drops early. And yeah, I think it's a nice card for a combo-y version of this deck. And 1 copy of Galvanic Iteration, snuck that in here. Not sure if it's still needed, now that we have Chandra to go completely crazy. But, the card is still fine with big score and so on. We're trying out 1 copy of Into the Fire. Just, this is not going to be like, this is a tier 1 deck, No, first videos here on March of the Machine Standard, I'm gonna let my competitive side a little bit to the wayside and then focus more on brewing and trying stuff and getting to know the cards. And this is one of those cards where I'm like not so sure if it's actually going to be better than Brotherhood's End, for example. But you have the added flexibility of that Valakut's Awakening effect that we've already seen in the past on Valakut's Awakening, where you can just put a number of cards from your hand down to your library and then draw that many +1. It really helps you in the late game if you want to get rid of a bunch of removal spells against a control player, or just dig through your deck with lands and you have apparatus out, but you know, like in that situation, it's much better than Brotherhood's End, of course. But then the crucial thing about Brotherhood's End is that 3 damage to each creature compared to 2 damage to each creature, and you really feel that difference a lot in Magic in certain board states. So we'll find out. We'll try Into the Fire and we'll see if the upside is worth it of the flexibility. And yeah, Light Up the Night is our removal spell early in the game. 1 mana deal 1, 2 mana deal 2. Not the best rate, of course, but then in the late game with Mindsplice Apparatus and Chandra's Hope's Beacon, cheapening on the one side from the artifact, and then with the Planeswalker copying, you can just kill people outright to the face. 2020, boom, boom, game over. And yeah, that's the deck. I mean, 1 copy of Burn Down just for some added flexibility. We have a Monumental Facade in here, which can put counters on the Mindsplice Apparatus. Yeah, sideboard is experimental, of course. Can't take it too seriously. We're trying out Urabrask in the sideboard, which I didn't want to play in the main deck because, again, we're not offering our opponents any go-for-the-throat targets whatsoever. We're killing them. We're making their removal blanks. So I want to bring in the Urabrask out of the sideboard when they are taking out their removal. To surprise them with this, you need to play 3 spells, and then you can flip this thing, and it creates mana. So I think it works quite well in this deck. Not like incredibly well. This deck is not built around Urabrask necessarily, but hey, it's an instant or sorcery spell heavy deck. So I think Urabrask can do some work, and of course a 4/4 first striker, you know, against a creature opponent like Soldiers is something where I would want to bring this in, or Toxic. It will break them. Of course, they can't attack through that, and then if you flip it, you wipe away their board state. So it's sort of an anti-creature tool in the sideboard that I wanted to give a shot. More sweepers, a Hullbreaker Horror as a one-off for Barrage. Yeah, I mean, this card is just excellent, I think, against especially Esper Legends, getting rid of those pesky early game plays they have, and killing Raffine for 1 mana, for example. Of course, it doesn't kill Shieldred, which is a bit annoying. But yeah, we'll make do with some other effects. I mean, Light Up the Night, you know, it's expensive, but as soon as you have an apparatus out, you can kill a Chandra for fairly cheap with that card, and Fires of Victory might also do the trick. Yeah, so we're trying out 4 Barrage, and then a couple more counter spells on the sideboard, of course, and you know, the usual suspect, 1 Memory Deluge, 4 Grixis, and so on. Yeah, that is Mindsplice Apparatus, and I can't wait to play with the new Chandra. Let's give it a try. Dragonlord is our opponent. We're on the play. Yeah, I mean, we have a Negate and an Augury to find us the red mana, so I'm gonna try this. Excited to play. It's always exciting to play the new standard and just see what people came up with, what they're brewing, and yeah, learn from them. Okay, what is this? It's probably the 5-color domain deck, I guess. Do I want to fire this off? I do have a land already. Nah, probably I'm fine firing it off. I have a Galvanic Iteration, which... Yeah, this is interesting, huh? I kind of want all 3, of course. But I'm not sure if I should take the land. If I take the land, I'm like... I'm out of gas, you know? I think I'm just going to pick up the Augury. Which is weird in a way. Okay, we hit the land. Maybe I was not supposed to play the Augury in the first place. Maybe I was not supposed to do that. Just wait another turn so I know what I need, you know? If I would have drawn a good spell, then I know that I need lands. Yeah. I think now I'm just gonna chill on this Augury because I have everything. Okay, drawing that big spell. You know, I could have thrown away this Augury, but in case I didn't have that, I really like... Is this just an Esper control deck? What's going on here? Should I throw this out, or should I just Galvanic plus Augury and make my land drops? I'm afraid that they're gonna counter this and I can't punish them for. I think I'm gonna go with Galvanic Augury. It looks like they don't have a counter spell. Looks like I would have been free to go. I'm gonna pick up a... I could just play the control game over and over, but I do want to slam down the Chandra at some point, I suppose. I'm going to pick the Chandra. Come on. We want to try that card. And then likely pick... Oh, a big score? Big score ain't bad. But I already do have the heavy hitters. I just need lands here at this point. Okay, looks like I could have slammed the apparatus, you know. But I think it was fine that I played it this way. Got my value, got my 2 for 1. Okay. Pretty chill here. Not much going on. I mean, they could also have Leyline Binding, right? Does it cost 3 mana right now? No, it costs 2 mana actually, right? Yeah, 2. No, wait, what? No, it costs 3. Soaring, tapping out for Soaring. That's interesting. I guess I'll let that happen. Reveal the top card. Okay. Huh. So now I can Scrutiny and then perhaps play CHANDRA plus kill this. But then I'm tapped out. This is very interesting. If I go Mindsplice, I won't really be able to kill this efficiently. But of course, if I have Mindsplice out, just over time, my deck is gonna go crazy. I don't know. I feel more comfortable casting this Scrutiny here. And then I can go CHANDRA plus cast the Spite. I think that's a good idea. Interesting turn. Interesting turn. I don't know, like this entire turn cycle was very... I'm not sure what I should have done. But hey, we have a CHANDRA on 7 loyalty, so if they don't have an answer for that, it's donezo. I think I'm gonna get rid of one of these apparatuses. Okay, so now I think I'm gonna just keep them all. I could get rid of a land. Probably fine to get rid of a land at this point. Okay. Alright, so they need to answer this Planeswalker. They might just have Shieldred's Edict or something like that. But yeah, my route to victory likely isn't via CHANDRA. It's just setting up an apparatus and then dinging them for a ton of damage to the face. I assume I'm just playing against this tap out Esper Control removal heavy style deck. Okay, they have Void Rend, so that's also a clean answer to my apparatus. Another CHANDRA. Alright, I'll just pass. I'm gonna cycle a land here. Joint Exploration, alright. So we are incorporating not only black, but a little touch of green here with the kicker. Okay. I guess I could play apparatus here. I'm gonna wait. I want to have my Syncopate at the ready if I need to. Like, the card is becoming worse and worse. This will have 5 loyalty. I mean, I really want to just play Mindsplice and Negate in the same turn here, so I'm just gonna go Negate on the Teferi. I have the sinking feeling that they have a counterspell though at this point. Yeah, also thinking here. Maybe they found a Negate. I'm gonna play into it though. Alright, it worked. Cool. Okay, double trouble. Well, not the right time to cast CHANDRA, I believe. I'm gonna keep up, I'm just gonna pass, keep up Syncopate. And wait here. And then I'll Kaido. Alright, let's go with Augury. Syncopate 4x equals 4, I suppose. Maybe I was meant to use the Galvanic there. To copy the Augury. Dig a little deeper into the deck. So at this point, they're not quite in the lethal range yet. Do I just slam a CHANDRA? No, I don't think so. I think I'm gonna wait. I mean, I'd love to have the 7th land at this point. So yeah, the Augury could have found, like, if I would have copied the Augury. But on the other hand, having Galvanic in a graveyard is pretty good, you know, with the light ups, of course. I mean, at this point, I don't even have a counterspell to keep up anymore, so I think it's time to slam one of these CHANDRAs. And the question is, what do I do? I've used up 3 of my counterspells. I have 2 Syncopates left in my deck. I could plus and try to find a Syncopate. It's a pretty good counterspell at this point. But yeah, if I find a Silver Scrutiny, I guess that would be pretty good too. Or like a big score would be fine. Or I just +2 and, you know, shoot some damage at the dome. It's I guess it would be 10, right? And then I can 10 them next turn again. Yeah, I think that's the call, honestly. I have another CHANDRA, I have another light up, I have a Galvanic. What are you gonna do? You're gonna kill the CHANDRA? Oh, yeah. Alright. That's pretty good. Shit, that is actually incredibly good. Because now I don't get anything out of this CHANDRA. It's just traded for a 2-mana card. Alright, that's good to know that you gotta be aware of that. Right? We learned from that situation. That Children's Edict is really, really good against CHANDRA. But hey, we still have everything going for ourselves here. It looks like we're just playing against Esper Planeswalkers. Target opponent mills free. You draw a card, okay. I mean, I don't mind that too much because it means... Should I use this right now? Maybe wait a turn until I find a card I want to actually get rid of. Ooh, okay. Well... I like the idea of playing CHANDRA and then Augury. That seems pretty good. I guess again I wanna... I wanna make mana first. Do I have lethal here? No. No way. No. Like I could 5 them. They go to 8. Then I could make mana. And then I can 6 them. No, I can Augury and then 6 them, right? But that's not enough. That's just 16 damage in total. It could be worth it though. No, I'll just make mana again first. Blue and red. Play Augury. Copy the Augury. And this, as long as my apparatus survives, this will be pretty good. Okay, I'll take a backup apparatus. Can proliferate the CHANDRA as well. Scrutiny. Yep. And then I can Volcanic Spite you friendly one. Don't want to have apparatus. The second one is kind of useless. It's so slow to get going. And now we can just shoot 8 to the dome. Or I could draw 6 cards. Right, because I can play this for free at instant speed and it's gonna get copied. Alright, I'll draw 6. As long as the apparatus lives. I mean, like, if one of my permanents dies, I'm still gonna have lethal super trouble. Like, I'm still gonna have plenty lethal. So yeah, they have to get rid of both to make a comeback here in this situation. So I think I'm good. Yes. Alright, pass. Man, when a Chandra lives, look at this value. It's incredible. Ugh. Sure, she costs 6 mana, but all your other spells being reduced makes this doable, you know? And she's just incredible in herself. Like, if Chandra is the only card you have, you're behind on board, boom, you just get right back into it. Alright, that's... I mean, it just doesn't matter, but yeah. 2 mana, and then we could deal another 20, right? Like, we have plenty more, but with the Gelf, and yeah, okay. That was that. Cool, so Planeswalker action. I don't know if I want Urabrask here. This does not deal damage to Planeswalkers. I might want to have Burnouts though. I did Brotherhood's End seems kind of bad. Into the Fire seems bad. Fires and Spite seem interesting. I think Spite is not good here. I want Negate, I want Stroke. I want this, I want that. Do I want the Horror? I mean, the question is how many removal they will have left. They probably still have like 3 Void Rend, 4 Edicts in their deck, right? So the Horror is just gonna die. But then again, like, how am I killing them? I guess I'm just killing them with light ups in their face. So I don't need the Horror. I can just go with Burn Down. I like that Burn Down makes a ton of Devils, technically speaking, also with the Chandra. So it's a proactive card as well as being a defensive card. Still have to make 2 cuts here though. Could be a Chandra. If they bring in a bunch of counter magic, the card is not great against cheap counter spells, of course. Could also be more interaction, because in the end, I already have like 6, 9 counter spells, so are they even gonna resolve Planeswalkers? Unlikely. So we could just trim on that, and if I need to, I can use Chandra or Light Up the Night to kill a Planeswalker as well. So I think I should be okay. Yeah, let's try this. I mean, a clunky Esper control deck running a bunch of sorcery speed threats and having a bunch of removal, especially in game 1, seems like the prime victim for this archetype that I'm running. But let's see. Maybe they have some good sideboard tech. Like Graveyard Trespass is a pretty annoying creature, for example. If they have that in the sideboard, that would be annoying. Or ways to kill the apparatus. That is a very nice card here. Memory Deluge 1-off. It's not particularly good with Chandra, as it doesn't combo with the copy, but you know, it's just a good card, you know. Take another Negate, can't have enough of those. Yeah, and I mean, I think it's reasonable to trim one of these 6 drops in these longer games. As we saw in that last game, we just drew. Do I want to actually play this? What am I looking for? I guess I'm looking for apparatus. Yeah, sometimes you might want to keep this for the apparatus, right? So you have the spell afterwards to put an old counter on the thing, which is nice. Okay, they're gonna make a Mirrex token, so I have a decision to make. I could just big score here. I don't like that though. If they're just gonna do the Mirrex game, what am I gonna do? Maybe I should play Mirrex myself. I mean, 1 copy of Mirrex should be, you know, like doable to include. They are not doing anything. Okay, I'm just gonna go. If I do this, I have to discard. But if I go big score and they counter it, it also hurts. So I'd rather do this. Okay, we're taking. Definitely taking apparatus, and then the question is, do we take land or Galvanic? I could also take mountain and Galvanic actually, because big score is so good with Galvanic. It really is it's so good with Galvanic, actually. I think I'm just gonna do that. Okay, now I have to discard. I guess I'll just get rid of this mountain. Don't technically need it. They're gonna have 2 Mirex tokens. Which I could technically also stop with this. I could also discard the Light Up the Night. I mean, I have 3 copies in my deck. It doesn't look like a game where I'm firing this off quickly. And it doesn't look like a game where I need it. So I think I'm actually gonna just discard that. Because the Sokenzan looks kind of neat against these Mirex tokens. And the funny thing is, technically speaking, you can cast it again with the CHANDRA, but I mean, it doesn't make that much sense, does it? It can make sense, right? If your CHANDRA is on high loyalty, you can remove 4, deal 6 to their face or something, and then copy it. It's still 12 damage. So some nice synergies going on. Alright, I'll do the Sokenzan end of turn. Then I have 2 blockers for these tokens. I'm at 3 poison right now. I should be fine. Alright. I'm going to discard this mountain to the big score. No attacks, no attacks. Sokenzan, the stopper of the Mirex engine. Make this appear would actually be pretty rough, because they can sack the 1/1, then counter both spells at the same time. That would be a hell of a card here. But I don't think my opponent's running it. I think they're more on the hard counter front. At least hope so. All right, looks like this thing is resolving. Double apparatus. Let's go. Like that. Okay. 7 cards in hand. I'm at 4 poison. We'll just tap out for one of these. I think I will play one. I could play both. This will not proliferate this turn yet because it doesn't have any counters, so I can't add anything on there anyways. I think this is fine. I go to 6 poison. I gotta be a little bit wary of that. I mean, it's gonna kill me at some point. But 2 more turns at the very least. So 6 cards in hand. All the mana untapped. Alright, let's start with an Augury. I could copy the Augury. That would really make things go speed up on this front quickly. But this goes really fast already. So I could also play CHANDRA, of course. Maybe that would have been the call. Okay, Scrutiny. Should be what I'm taking here. Proliferate on all of these. And then put an all count on one of these. Maybe a bit premature to discard the Light Up. Huh? But the funny thing is, I guess CHANDRA, I can tick her up to +7, then I can -6. And this only cost me 1 mana, and then I use this as well, but that's only 12, 18 damage, right? So it's not lethal. Okay, I'll play faster, right? I'll just draw 5, I guess. They just let it happen. Let me have all the value in the world. Alright, so Augury. 6 mana up still. Yep. Alright, I'll pass the turn back to you. So discard 2 cards. We're gonna have a Void Rend on the turn here. Huh. Okay, that's a little annoying, not gonna lie. Okay, I got a 9 poison here. Am I actually losing this game, huh? Maybe I was a bit too... Maybe I should have started slamming CHANDRA last turn. Have them have it, you know? I probably was a bit too passive in that regard. It's kind of funny though that I'm dying to these 1/1s. Chose my fave. Yeah, I was too passive. I was definitely too passive. Okay, well those two are pretty good. Let's see. I have 6 mana, I have 5 left, then if I play a CHANDRA. This is at 4 counters, so light up doesn't deal a whole lot, but I can then remove counters as well from the CHANDRA. I could also just play this, wipe the board, but then I would have to deal with that last Mirrex token. I guess what I can do is I can just play CHANDRA first and see what's up. And then I can just make Devils if the CHANDRA resolves. Okay, she does, wow. So to save my life, I could just make Devils. Otherwise, can I go for the kill? I'm afraid that they Shieldred's Edict my CHANDRA in response. I think that's gonna happen. So I think if that is the case, I'm not able to go for the kill because I need the CHANDRA in play. I can light up their face now, deal them like. But if I play Galvanic, the Galvanic's gonna get copied. I guess that works the same. If I play Galvanic, the Galvanic's gonna get copied, and then I can put a Facade counter on this, but it's just not enough. It's only 5, 6. It's 6, 18. It's 18. It's a couple damage off. Okay, so I think in that case I will just make Devils and defend myself here. With 6 Devils, that should be plenty. And I don't want to make mana or activate the CHANDRA at all because then they can respond with a Shieldred's Edict. Although, to be fair, I haven't been Negate, so Edict is not the problem, but the problem is discard, which they surely have more of in their deck. Okay, they let that happen. Now I could just blow away some tokens or just plus. Or just make some mana. Do I want to make some mana? Does it do anything for me? I could then cast a Scrutiny for a bunch, I guess. But my hand's already rock solid. So I'll just plus. Okay, awesome. And then I put an oil counter on this. And then I'll attack with one of them. You know, you never know. I mean, 5 should be enough blockers. And I have like multiple counter spells up here. So I don't see myself losing this game. I'd be surprised if I lose this game, let's say. I don't know what I could lose to. Yeah, definitely played a little too uncautiously, I suppose. Could have again done the Chandra play last turn. I think would have been good. I wanted to, I don't know, wait until I have everything, I guess. Now sitting on triple negate. I do have everything. They can't even remove the Chandra, apparently. I don't know what's going on here. Like, the deck is utmost unprepared, apparently. Yeah. And we have the choice between all these beautiful spells here to cast them over the course of this turn or my next turn as well. Beautiful. And this card doesn't do anything, really. Yeah, no, I don't care. I mean, the Void Rend is the big one here, but I think Void Rend doesn't matter at this point. Because I have all these devils dealing a ton of damage at my opponent. And I have Galvanic and another Chandra. So if they Void Rend is Chandra, I can play Chandra, Galvanic, light up their face, and they're super, super dead. I have probably like 30 something damage here. So I also have to light up in the graveyard as well. Oh yeah, even let me get into my turn. Okay. Well then I'll make it quick. Copy light up will be copied, so the next spell will be copied. Copy. I can also put another count on the apparatus, because why not? I guess I could have made mana of the Chandra as well. And yeah, that is what the deck does. 30 to you. Any response? I have 4 counter spells at the ready. And if that's not enough, I can get rid of this blocker and deal you 6 more of the devils. Alright, that was a little, you know, I took it a little slow, just learning the deck and getting through everything, you know, like a surgeon. Very meticulous, I think is the right word. Yeah, sorry to my opponent for being a bit slow and all. Alright, okay, on the play, sweet. Yeah, I can do this. I mean, we don't have any interaction, but we're on the play, so I don't mind too much. Proving ground, alright. Some red-black action, maybe? Ugh. Okay, I guess I'm happy to be through those and not having to draw them all at once. Abrade is a big one, but I think Abrade has, due to the power of Esper Legends, and Esper Legends being kind of good against Abrade, I think people are not playing Abrade in high numbers any longer. I think I'm gonna wait with this Augury this time, because I'm highly likely to just cast the Apparatus next turn anyway, so I want to keep the Augury to ramp up my Apparatus. Oh, it's Jund. Well, they might have Unleashed the Inferno, but I guess as long as they don't give them a creature target. Oh no, the funny thing of Unleashed though, I don't know if many people know that, but the funny thing of Unleashed is that you can actually kill one of your own creatures and then still destroy an opposing artifact. Yeah, that's kind of cool. Alright, just pass the turn. Okay, no turn 3, no turn 4. I mean, this is lovely for me. Maybe sitting on a bunch of go for the throats. Nothing to do with them. Not a hamster. Alright, that's fine. Yeah, I'm definitely going to play this here, but the question is still on Augury as well, because Augury just puts 1 counter right now. I think at this point it doesn't matter, honestly. I think at this point the blue mana actually matters more, which is kind of funny, because these are going to combine to have 1 and 3 counters, so this is already super cheap. Not super cheap, but pretty cheap, and all my spells cost very low amount of mana. So I'm just gonna go with Augury for now, and don't wait any longer. So this is like 1 mana, make 2 treasures, discard a card. That is adding additional mana at this point. I think that's what I should take here. Yeah. Now we're going crazy. We have reduction of 4. We can start with Scrutiny for 4. I think I'm just gonna start with this. Alright. Play this. Discard Mountain. No, I think I want to keep the island. I have Scrutiny in hand, so... Wee. Okay, that ain't great. Well, then I'll draw 5. Okay. Yeah, it's not looking too good. That's a lot of lands. I'm at 11, huh? Okay, this is actually kind of tough. Maybe I should just draw another 4. Hoping for some sort of interaction. Maybe just draw 5 again. Okay, well, it's something, you know? Yeah. Ay. Okay. Well, the CHANDRA is also card advantage, right? Like, we look at the top 5, so... discard... I guess in 1 apparatus and these 3. Don't think I need the 4th apparatus, the 3rd apparatus even, but, you know, you never know, I guess. So I go to 8 here. Okay, glad they had that. I'm not gonna lie. I'm very glad, very welcome to put that card on the stack. Damn, those big scores really found me nothing. Just all that mana I had to go to waste to find me more cards, and then I drew like so many cards with Scrutiny as well, like 10 in total, and I just like have nothing going on. I guess that's the deck. It just plays nothing. What do I do here? Just CHANDRA minus, kill this. Deal my opponent some damage to the face, have CHANDRA in play, 4 cards in hand. That could really go wrong if they drop a Children on me next turn. But I guess the CHANDRA plus will likely find me something. I still have those Fires of Victory, which are pretty good, you know, with all this mana, and then I can kill a Shieldred with the plus. Looking at top 5, haven't drawn one of those, no. And I have fire, the light up the night as well. Oh no! Drew the Abrade. How much do I care? I think at this point with CHANDRA in play, I rather want to keep my negate for an actual removal for the CHANDRA. Okay, that ain't it. Okay, we're definitely plussing. Okay, that's some good stuff. Gotta consider that they're all copied. So light up deals... Is this lethal? They had 14. Yeah, this is definitely lethal. Just go for that then. How much do I have? 3 reduced, 7. 7 is technically enough, right? So I would still have 1 mana up for negate, so I can just deal 8. I mean, why are they at 14? I guess they dealt themselves a lot of pain damage, huh? And we dealt them 2, so they were at 16, I guess. Labor win here. And we even had more damage, right? With that reduction on the Light Up the Night, we can deal 4 more. And this just makes sense. And CHANDRA is an incredible card in itself while enabling a pretty lean and clean combo kill here quickly. Which, it's awesome for a control deck to have the capability to kill the opponent quickly, right? And finish games quickly. And yeah, I mean, CHANDRA just does it all for this archetype, I feel like. It's just amazing. Okay, Junt midrange with Nissas. Alright, so a mix of everything, kind of. So nothing's bad, nothing's great, sort of. That's the situation. I'm not sure about the Into the Fire, but they might just go Blood Type into Fable, you know, and then it's gonna be good. Interesting, interesting, interesting. I'm wondering about the apparatus. Maybe you just cut all of them? I don't know about that. We can trim on some big squirts. It's not a card advantage card, and this is gonna be, they're gonna be bringing in discard spells. So they're gonna trim on my hand. Gonna bring in the Burn Down. Maybe bring in the Deluge. Bring in one more Negate. Bring in Abrade. Bring in Brotherhood's End. I mean, how am I losing against these decks, actually? I'm losing by them curving out, so maybe I shouldn't cut removal. That's how I'm losing, right? They just curve out on me and I die. I do want Burn Down a House, I think. A little bit afraid of Apparatus. Just getting destroyed. I do have a lot of removal though, right? I have like sweepers, this is a turn to removal as well. I don't know. Again, like I've played this deck like before Naples 2 months ago, but I haven't put a ton of time into the archetype, so I'm not quite sure where you want to have the numbers on all these things. Yeah, I mean, this hand seems reasonable to me. Not the best hand ever, but I do have my colors, and I have Augury to find me more lands. Hers. I don't think I have artifact removal in my deck. Oh no, what am I talking about? I have Brotherhood's End. Ah, gosh. Yeah, right. Okay, so no problem. Oh yeah, and in case if you're wondering why we're playing Syncopate over any of the other counters, Syncopate is really nice with Apparatus in play. If you have Apparatus on 4 counters, Syncopate costs you 1 mana to counter a spell, otherwise if they don't pay 4 or more. So it's awesome for that reason. Did they forget to activate this end of turn? I think they did. That's never bad for me. This one's bad for me though. Syncopate, Light Up the Night, and a land. I think I don't want to Syncopate. I might want to Light Up because I'm gonna use a Light Up this turn on the Glissa. I mean, I could use Brotherhood's End as well. And I kind of need lands, don't I? I think I need the mountain here. Do I just use Brotherhood's End? The problem... through the mountain. Alright, regrets. Problem is the hearse is gonna get out of control at some point. It's gonna grow big. So it's gonna be a 2/2. Then I play Scrutiny. Then it's gonna be a 4/4. Then I play CHANDRA, and it's a 4/4, and I can't really deal with it. So now I put down a Light Up the Night though, which is also not great. But maybe I just play the grindy game. You know, I don't have to. I'm thinking about comboing my opponent, but I don't think I should think in those terms. I think I should just first and foremost make sure that my opponent doesn't have a board state, and then, you know, I can win by making 6 devils. My opponent's down to 3 casts with a hearse in play. Like, I don't need to 10 them twice, you know. Like, I should get out of that mindset. You know, I can just play fair game. Ooh, that's not good. It's gonna take my Chandra. Yikes. Alright, that's a game-winning card here, likely. That is a value I cannot come back from. And I only play so many targets for the cruelty in my main deck. But yeah, I did have one of them in my hand here, so that is rather unfortunate. But of course, I mean, playing Chandra makes you vulnerable to cruelty of gigs, as it is. So yeah, I don't know. Like, again, like this makes me think, oh, I want to have more negates, yay! Or maybe I should have taken Syncopate, but no, I couldn't have taken Syncopate, right? Because I needed to tap out to destroy that Glissa. Yeah. So there's nothing I could do there, really. I could have not played Light Up the Night. I could have played an instant speed card instead in my deck. I could have found that, taken the Syncopate with my Augury, have a counterspell at the ready. Yeah, sounds good. So now I need to find, I mean, yeah. So this is a 6/6. Yeah, I'm pretty dead here. Okay, well, yeah, that's the thing against these mid-range black decks. Sometimes they get you with the early creatures, sometimes they get you with the big stuff in the late game, and this time they're clearly getting with the big stuff. So I could fire this Nissa out of the way. Yeah, that's what I gotta do here, I think. Next turn I'm gonna get hit by 12 at least. Go to 8. They have Glissa in play, a 6/6 and a Hearse. I don't think I'm getting out of this one. Interesting. Alright, so on the play I'm gonna have more counterspells, that's for sure. Because this is how I lost this game, against just 5 drops resolving. That's not something you should, you know, like technically speaking, a blue deck is prepared for 5 drops, you know, especially 5-drop sorceries at that. Yeah, so I kill the Glissa, I guess, and then I hope they don't have a creature, and I live another turn. Yep. What? Didn't want to kill me? It looks like a misplay to me. Not going for the lethal there. Okay. I mean, that's the beginning of something. I mean, I won't have enough cards, unfortunately, in hand right now to kill this one. Huh. I could try to find Burn Down or another Brotherhood's End. I could try to shoot this. But I think, yeah, my out here, I believe... Light up, is it light up enough actually? Let me see, 3, 4. Yeah, light up would be enough, but I already have 1 light up on the bottom of my deck, so I only have 1 light up as an out. Light up would be enough to kill this. So if I kill this and then draw into light up, I would be able to kill this. But I think the likelihood of me finding either Brotherhood's End or Burn Down is just much higher, right? Because I have 3 copies of those, and then there's no other cards in my deck that. Yeah. So no, it's a clear shoot the 6/6 here. Without a doubt, that is the play. And now I have 2 outs, 3 outs. Oh wow, this is an out too, huh? It requires me to tap out entirely, so I don't even have counter magic up. And them not having any removal at all. Okay. Unlikely to happen. We'll see. Takenuma. Returning Nissa. Alright, I'm fine to throw in the towel. Maybe a bit premature, but you know, like, I don't know, like this looked pretty dire. So, okay. So they have the Harvester in the deck still. It looks to me that Burn Down Nose might not be the optimal answer. Maybe Brotherhood's End isn't either. Just go with the counter magic and Abrades this way. This way looks fine to me. Yeah, just have a bunch of middling threats. I guess Syncopate is kind of good here because it does counter both Kalissa and Fable. Yeah, so don't want to add anything. I could add the big score. Again, I could add another Brotherhood's End maybe for that hearse if I'm so worried about it. I'm a bit worried that I don't have enough card advantage right now. Like I only have 5. I mean, I have Augury as well. I didn't see a single duress. Big score isn't really card advantage. That's also a question with this deck. Do you actually want to play big score? How many do you want to play? Scrutiny is really good in this deck. Love me Scrutiny. So I'm kind of more on the fence of playing 4 Scrutiny, but I wanted to give big score a try again because also with the CHANDRA, imagine you have Apparatus to play, you play CHANDRA, then the big score is already reduced by the Apparatus that you played on prior turns. And then you can big score with the CHANDRA and play and really generate mana and copy it, you know? Like, big score is really nice when it's copied. So. But it is not a great card in itself, necessarily. Okay, we're drawing the lands that we need. That's nice. My opponent has a Glissa, that'd be annoying. Harvester, alright, I can live with that. I mean, if you do play Apparatus and they do have the Abrade, it is annoying. Also, the thing here, of course, as always, if they play some powerful threat here on turn 4, knowing that I have Apparatus, they're putting me in the dilemma of, oh, you either have the answer for my threat. Oh shit, they have the Abrade. Yeah, I mean, this is what you gotta live with playing this deck, I guess. This is the life you chose. Okay. Funny. I guess I'll just pass. And here, of course, I would rather have something like a Memory Deluge. I mean, big score is fine, don't get me wrong. It's a fine card, but it doesn't actually draw you extra cards. Brotherhood's End. Yeah, I'll just use it up here. Could have waited a turn. I could have waited a turn, to be fair. Why are they not cracking the blood? They're missing land drops. This is confusing me. Oh shit, I should have waited a turn with that Brotherhood's End. Oh my god, the worst possible case. I didn't know you have that card in your deck. Ah, oh, gosh. Oh, I hate myself for doing what I did. Oh gosh. What a punishment. What an extreme punishment. The Graveyard Trespasser, the one card. The Light Up the End. I was thinking to myself, hey, Light Up the End is going to be better than Brotherhood's End at this point in the game. Oh, how wrong I was. How wrong I was. I should have waited one turn to fire off that. Yeah, I should have just waited one turn. Invasion of Ergamon, I don't care. I'm not sure if this is constructed playable, but I'm curious to see. Slightly annoying. Doesn't kill CHANDRA. I kinda need another land here, huh? Oh, this just was so painful. Maybe I should have discarded a Negate. Oh, that was so painful, that Trespasser. That was game deciding. I mean, we're not out of it by any means, but I could have been in such a much better position if I just taken that 3 damage and then Brotherhood's End, play my Shivan Reef, you know, have plenty mana, then next turn play CHANDRA, have Negate up, all good, all happy, have a Fires of Victory in hand, no problem, good life, you know. But no, I decided to fire off my thing there. Okay, Memory Deluge doesn't work with CHANDRA. But what does Memory Deluge good? It just makes me land drops here, which is the thing I want to be doing. I don't want to play CHANDRA not having Negate up. That doesn't sound like a good idea. Okay, I'll take the Galvanic. Don't mind if I do. Alright, so I'm at 14 still. Opponent has 4 cards, a banky boy. He's Negates. I used up my 1 Brotherhood's End, huh? I think I'm going to use a Negate here. Maybe there's a Spade, but I think it's a good call to do so. They did have another play. A good one indeed. But I think I'm fine with that. Because now we can play CHANDRA. And do things. I guess I'll just no. I don't want to go down on loyalty on a CHANDRA because then the creature would kill CHANDRA off. So I don't want to go down on loyalty. So I want to go up on loyalty, but this means that I would have to spend a light up tonight to kill one of these goblins, but I think that's fine. I think that's fine. To kill the goblin. So yeah. I'll blue and a red. Deal 2. Oh wait, no, what? Deal 1, I guess. Yeah. And 1 to them. Okay, so now that's 17. I have a CHANDRA in play and a Negate. So I can counter the, you know, removal they have for the CHANDRA, whatever it may be. And then I can go into my turn, Galvanic, and then light up for... If I have to use a treasure, I still have 1 treasure, then I can also make 2 mana with the CHANDRA. Should be enough, should be enough. This does not affect any of my combo. Alright, alright, alright. I mean, in the end, you might not even need to play Apparatus and make yourself vulnerable to Abrade, right? In the end, you might not have... But like, Apparatus is so good that you probably want to. You just like, yeah, I'm doing that. Blue and red, play Gelf. Copy, copy, copy. And then we can deal them a good chunk of damage. This is now copied 3 times, 2 times. So the original and 2 more. And I have plenty of mana. Oh, no, I don't have enough mana for that, I guess. Okay. 4, 5, 8, 10, 9. 1 short. I'll do it for 8. Oh, funny thing that this combo actually does not... yeah, it just gets stopped by Search of Salvation, which is the new sideboard card against red and black decks. So it's like, oh, hexproof, 1 mana, can't do nothing. But that's something to be aware of. That's actually something crucial to be aware of. So if you imagine you're playing against a soldier's opponent, green white toxic, and you're like, you buy yourself time, survive, and then like boom, you have the CHANDRA resolved somehow. Although that will be tough against the soldier's opponent, but not that tough against the toxic opponent. And then you untap, and then you can either choose to kill their board state, to not die to the poison they put you. You're already at 8 poison, and then you choose to go face with all your cards that you have left, and then they just play 1 mana Search of Salvation. You're like, all my negates on my sideboard. I guess I lose. Yeah, I'm not pitching this deck well, am I? This that does not sound good, huh? Ouch. Well. What can you do? I mean, this could happen, yeah. All right, I gotta go, unfortunately. So this will only be a 2-match video, but I'm happy to, have done it because I think this deck has legs, and I'm certainly gonna maybe build more on this archetype and try it more. CHANDRA is incredibly good. Does it all. Finishing touch. Finally got a good finisher for Izzet decks, and yeah, as long as people don't play much, Planeswalker removal, and not many Invoke Despairs, hopefully. Although that card, of course, is popular, but hey, you have ways to go around it, right? You can set it up in ways. And of course, CHANDRA comes into play and then sometimes can just combo immediately. So there's that. And then, of course, it is just a value card. Hey, comes down, kills 2 of your opposing creatures, kills that Reflection of Kiki-Jiki, kills that whatever, Corpse Appraiser, get you out of the danger zone. I just like this card a lot. And I am usually, when people show me 5 mana, 6 mana cards, I usually say like, this is just too expensive. This is not, worth it. Too much risk involved. And of course, there's risk involved with CHANDRA. But overall, this is a heck of a Planeswalker. One of the most powerful Planeswalkers ever. And yeah, just 6 mana is a price well worth paying for it. All right, guys. As always, thank you for watching. I hope you're enjoying the release season session, whatever it may be, standard as much as I do. Definitely going to be coming a lot of new decks and videos, trying out new cards. Let me know in the comments what you want to see me try, what you want to see maybe updated with the new set, and I'll look into it and perhaps even provide it for you. So thank you for watching as always, and see you next time. Bye bye.